السلام عليكم. We are here preparing for the future. انتوا بتفكروا في المستقبل. لازم 24 ساعة تفكر في المستقبل. Prepare yourself how to face what is coming in the future. And it is easy. It's easy. We try to do that together. Now, the future requires us to move on. What does that mean? That means we have to go steps up to reach the goal. The goal is to become a doctor. Now, this goal is not going to come down to you. You have to take steps up. Probably since year 1 till now, you are not going steps up. You are on the same step. Because you're not having a glimpse about the future. So we want to open a window to the future. Now, it starts like this. We are talking here, starting idea that can enter our brain, and then we work it out and make it bigger until it shines. That means it is understood. Because here we're talking about professional knowledge. Knowledge that we are using in our profession. It is not common knowledge. It's not general knowledge. It is knowledge that we believe we will be using on patients. And who does that? It's you who does that. You take care of your science. You take care of your medicine. This is the right way to do it. Having only small ideas here and there is not good enough. Now, if the brain is having good enough number of bright ideas, shiny ideas, then you can find your way through your profession. If you have more light off bulbs, then you'll have problems. So we need shiny ideas. You need aql layer, not summary here and SMS here. We need really shiny ideas so that we can reach our goal. Our goal is a smile in the face of the patient. And this brings us satisfaction. This is our goal. What is this boy doing? He is holding two pieces of information and trying to put them together to complete a story. This is what doctors do. They collect data from the patient and then they try to fit it into a credible story. So integration is a skill that you need. What is this little girl doing, she is busy integrating. Integration is a very important part of medicine. You collect data from the history, you examine the patient, and you investigate it. You do investigation, and then you start what? You start putting these together. If the outcome is a story, then you are right. If it comes out something, a mess, now you have to redo it again. So it's a process of integration. We are going just to have a touch of foot on the real world of medicine. Therefore, we need to adapt. If you learn the logic of medicine, if you adapt, if you change, then you will be riding out in the future. And what a good image is this. You pass the medical school years like a rocket, no problem. If you adapt and change. Let's see what we are going to see in the real world. This is an image of the oropharynx. I can see that there are dilated blood vessels and there are lots of redness in the wall of the oropharynx, and I compare it to the rest of the soft palate. This is inflamed because there are several signs of acute inflammation. Therefore, this is pharyngitis. You're going to see lots of these. More severe ones, okay, with these rounded circles, they are lymphoid tissue in the oropharynx. That means the immunity has been stimulated because of severe infection. Even more severe case, with big tonsils and very red wall of the oropharynx. In this image, we can see that there are white spots. These are collections of pus in the soft palate and some enlargement of lymphoid follicles in the wall of the pharynx. This is bacterial pharyngitis. Again, you can see these rounded elevations. They are lymphoid follicles, therefore it's called follicular pharyngitis. In this drawing, you can see the different parts of the pharynx. This image is telling me that the pharynx is attached to the base of the skull. And this is the body of the sphenoid. This is the central part of the occipital bone, and both of them make a structure called clyus. Then I have C1, the atlas, C2, the axis, and then the rest of the vertebral column. So the pharynx is attached to the skull and anterior to the vertebral column. Now, the blue part is receiving the posterior opening of the nose. And this is the nasopharynx. And it has an opening for the eustachian tube. It's a connection between the nasopharynx and the middle ear. And this is totally respiratory in function. So it has a respiratory type of epithelium. And if it is respiratory, it should not collapse. And then it opens to the oropharynx. The oropharynx, the mouth opens into it. And we have seen this part of the wall whenever you open your mouth. This is the palatine tonsil. And the oropharynx opens into laryngopharynx. Because this is the pharynx and this is the epiglottis. This is the larynx. These are the folds and the two vocal cords. And continues as the esophagus. So the pharynx is in front of C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, and then C7. The laryngopharynx opens into the pharynx. At the roof of the nasopharynx, we have a collection of lymphoid tissue, which are called adenoids, or pharyngeal tonsil. Infected becomes larger, especially in children. If it becomes larger, then it is going to totally block the posterior nasal opening, the queen. Therefore, the child will become mouth breather. He stops taking milk and he cannot sleep. And at the same time, this is going to block the eustachian tube. Blocking the eustachian tube is going to create middle ear infection. يا هانم سكري التليفون. يعني أنا قريب مني وشايفك. يعني شوية احترام للسكن. يعني أنت تتكلم صح، أنا بتكلم ربش. بس يعني مش هالدرجة. ما تقدروا تفارقوا التليفون يعني شوي. ما بصير هذا الحكي. وش راح يفرق سنتيمترين ثلاثة؟ Again, this is the lateral wall of the nose. This is the nasopharynx. This is the opening of the eustachian tube leading to the middle ear. In case you are not oriented, this is the maxilla. Okay, this is the nose nasal cavity, and it opens into the nasopharynx. This nasopharynx should be black like this, but it is not, because the adenoids or the pharyngeal tonsils is large enough to block the nose. Same thing. This is the position of the adenoid or pharyngeal tonsil, which is the roof and posterior part of the nasopharynx. This is an endoscopic image of this area. This is the opening of pharyngeal eustachian tube. And infection, when it gets there, middle ear infection is the result, and middle ear infection is difficult to treat. endoscopic picture of nasopharynx that's going through the nose and stopping at the posterior nasal opening to see what is going on. This is the nasal septum, and this is the floor of the nose, and this is a large adenoid, but not large enough to block the eustachian tube. Then we come to the oropharynx. We have seen this image several times. We go down the oropharynx to get into the laryngopharynx. You can see here larynx is open, and these are the two vocal cords, two cricoid cartilages, and continuation of the pharynx is going down to the esophagus. What is troubling us are these two areas called piriform fossa. When things get stuck in the piriform fossa, they get stuck. You drink a swimming pool of water and things will not get out of the piriform fossa. Now, if we take the endoscope a little bit back, where you can see this is the tongue, right? And this is epiglottis. And this fold is glossoepiglottic fold. There are two fossae on both sides. These are called veliculi. And then the opening of the larynx is going to be in this direction. And there are these two dark areas, which are the piriform fossa. That's a continuation where it is the way to the esophagus, because this is the epiglottis. This is the piriform fossa. What is this? This is the pharynx open from the posterior part, where you can see that this is soft palate and then this is uvula. This is the posterior one-third of the tongue, and this is the epiglottis. This is glossoepiglottic fold. These are two veliculi. Okay. And then on the sides of the larynx is the piriform fossa, marked green. This is the piriform fossa. In this cadaver, let's orient ourselves. This is the nasopharynx. This is the soft palate, tongue, oropharynx, epiglottis. These are the true and false vocal cords, laryngopharynx, and then this is the beginning of esophagus. It's the same idea. Now, in a cadaver, we look at the pharynx from the posterior part. The vertebral column has been removed. There is a midline posterior where muscles of the pharynx meet. It's called the median raphe. There is this part below the base of the skull and this one as well. This is fibrous tissue. It has to be fibrous because the nasopharynx is spherically and should not collapse. It should stay open. Therefore, we make the wall structure as fibrous tissue. Then we have three constrictors, pharyngeal constrictors, superior, middle, and inferior. Now, this is a diagram showing you the raphe, then superior constrictor. This is the pharyngeal fascia making the wall of the nasopharynx. Okay, this is the superior constrictor, middle constrictor, and the inferior constrictor. And the lowest part of the inferior pharyngeal constrictor is circular and is called cricopharyngeus. It's not a separate muscle, but it is part of lower inferior pharyngeal constrictor. You can see that these muscles are oblique, but we have two muscles that are perpendicular. They help elevating the pharynx. At the same time, the pharynx is squeezing to down. Stylopharyngeus and palatopharyngeus. If you look laterally, you will find that the pharynx, the upper part of the pharynx, is attached to the base of the skull, a single point on the clivus called pharyngeal tubercle. And then you have pharyngeal fascia. Then you have superior constrictor coming from the pterygoid process and pterygomandibular ligament going towards posterior midline. The middle constrictor is coming from the hyoid bone with overlap in the superior and meeting at the raphe. Inferior constrictor is coming from area of the thyroid and the cricoid cartilage. They all meet in the midline. Okay, this is a repetition of what we are talking about. Constrictors, beginning of the esophagus, below the cricopharyngeus. This is the piriform fossa. The best description of the piriform fossa is lateral to the larynx. That's the nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. This is a posterior beginning. That's the beginning of the esophagus. So this is our starting point before we read the book. Now, location. This is anterior to C1 to 6. Okay. Inferior to base of the skull. Posterior to the nose, mouth, and larynx. Potential space called parapharyngeal space. If you say, what is the pharynx? Is fibromuscular, and we know now why it is fibromuscular. Because the upper part is respiratory, it has to be fibrous. We come to the wall of the pharynx. The outer is fibrous tissue. The middle layer is muscular with oblique fibers at the superior constrictor, middle constrictor, and inferior constrictor. inner mucosa is upper is respiratory epithelium. The rest is stratified non-keratinized squamous. We talk about the cavity. It is nasopharynx, oropharynx, and laryngopharynx. You may ask, what is this sign of trouble? Well, it is indicating that the Eustachian tube opens into the nasopharynx. If it does not open, then it's middle ear infection. Okay? Adenoids. We know the story of adenoids, don't we? Yes. Then the oropharynx contains the palatine tonsil, and when they get large and infected, so they produce lots of problems. In the laryngopharynx, we have the problem of piriform fossa. The nerve supply, the pharynx has to work well because it pushes food down. It loses its nerve supply, as in cerebrovascular accident. Now, we have to feed the patient IV, right? Because it cannot swallow. That is a big problem. Now, this is a summary. It's the glossopharyngeal vagus and accessory. But 4 words, very important, but in semester 2, when we talk about the peripheral nervous system, we'll go into details and some places about this. This is a summary again of. Here is a problem. Patient comes to you and says, "There's something stuck here." You ask, "What did he eat?" He said, "Fish." And I think I have swallowed fish bone. So we take X-ray, lateral X-ray of the neck, and we find this white line. It's a fish bone. Where is it? What is this structure here? Flow of air. It's the larynx. So this is laryngopharynx. This is probably in piriform fossa. Which vertebra is this? C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Just before the beginning of the esophagus. Plus, there is this line of air. There is a parapharyngeal space that is potential, but in this case, because the fish bone has punctured it and air went into this space. So this fish bone has to be taken out. It will not come down. Now, this is a mind map of the esophagus. Esophagus has, in its vertical course, 2 gentle curves. The first curve and the second curve Okay, the first curve at the root of the neck to the left, the third below the beginning of the esophagus, and then it returns to the midline, level of T5. Second curve, also to the left, cross the descending thoracic aorta. Right. Now, it has three constrictions. 15 centimeters from the incisors. That's the beginning of the esophagus. Remember, the beginning of the esophagus is right of the medial muscle. The second one is 23 centimeters from the incisors, where it crosses, it is crossed by the aortic arch. And the third one is 40 centimeters as it pierces the diaphragm. It has three portions: cervical portion, thoracic portion, and abdominal portion. So let's see things. We have to learn more by reading a book. We have to. We used to hate the esophagus because it is deep in the chest wall, it is deep in the abdominal wall. You cannot examine it. But the endoscope came in and solved lots of problems, and CT scans. This is the beginning of the esophagus. This is the first esophageal constriction. You pass it. خلاص حضور الضياء اللي بده يطلع تفضلوا يا جماعه دفعه واحده روحوا ناموا وقعت الصبية التليفون هون تطلع بين الطعم هيك ريح push the gas so that you open the way so that you can push the scope and get into the esophagus. Barium swallow. This is a normal esophagus. An oblique chest X-ray showing that the peristalsis has pushed the barium and the esophagus is posterior to the heart, anterior to the vertebral column, pierces the diaphragm and gets into the stomach. Is the image different? Now, the lower end is nearly blocked and the esophagus is dilated. That's because there is a constriction in the lower part of the esophagus. This is called achalasia. This is the lateral view. This is called rat-tailed appearance, as if this is the rat and this is the tail. Now, pathologists will tell you what is achalasia. Then CT scan came in, and you can see lots of information about the esophagus. This CT scan, you can see these are the great vessels coming out of the heart, so it is above the heart, and these are the great vessels. This is trachea because it's circular, containing air, and then this should be the esophagus. No other structure is like it. Now, when the image is like this, then there is a mess. There is a mess. And this is cancer of the esophagus. Cancer of the esophagus is nasty. Kills the patient soon, and it's not good. Here's a case where the patient vomits lots of blood, red, fresh blood. Now, a repeated vomiting of red, fresh blood will result into lots of blood, and the patient will go into shock and he will die. Because it's just like a water tap. Okay. You endoscope to see what's the cause, and you see this. A vein which is opened. This vein is part of these dilatations. These are dilated tortuous veins. These are called varicosities. And here, the wily vein. Now, why? Why is this? What you need to know is that in cases of portal hypertension, there is pressure on portal vein. So there is back pressure on portal system. Now, the blood has to find a way to get into the circulation. So there are 4 areas of portal systemic anastomosis. You know these 4 areas from your cardiovascular system. Okay, lower end of the esophagus, lower end of anal canal, anterior abdominal wall, and peritoneal area. Lower end of the esophagus is supplied by left gastric artery and drained by left gastric vein. Left gastric vein goes to the portal circulation. So you start having varicosities, dilatation, and the lower end of the esophagus. The rupture. The thoracic part runs obliquely down in the posterior mediastinum, and it pierces the diaphragm. And the abdominal part is short. This is the diaphragm at T11. This is a CT scan, sagittal one, where you can see the esophagus is posterior to the heart and anterior to the aorta. This is a model to show us the relations of the esophagus. This is the esophagus, posterior to the trachea. We've seen that in the CT scan. Then it is the right of the aorta, where it has its second constriction. It comes down posterior to the heart, in the posterior mediastinum. This is the diaphragm, and becomes abdominal part of the esophagus. Posterior trachea, anterior and to the right of thoracic aorta. See in this image of the esophagus is posterior to the heart. The esophagus gets into the abdomen through this opening. This is the right thrust of the diaphragm, goes towards the left and curves around the esophagus. Makes some contribution to the gastroesophageal junction or valve. Again, you see trachea and the esophagus is posterior to it. This is a barium swallow of a patient with varicosity of the esophagus. These dark areas are the varicosities, and the white area is double barium. Now, the esophagus has many diseases. This is not disease, this is going lower end of the esophagus, and you start seeing the stomach. Because here you find the rubies of the stomach. This is normal. Whenever something is nice, it is normal. Whenever something is ugly, it is pathological. This is ugly. This is inflammation of the esophagus, esophagitis. See if the acid of the stomach goes up to the esophagus, burns it and inflames it. Things should not return back from the stomach, because this is not physiological. This is called gastroesophageal junction. There is no specific valve. There's an opening of the diaphragm, then there is the angle of the esophagus with the trachea. The stomach is full, this is going to close the gastroesophageal junction. And there's this pad of fat helps the control of this part. Sometimes, for some reason, the stomach permeates into the thorax. It should not. Here we have chest X-ray. Okay. Here is the heart, and here is stomach behind the heart. Stomach should never be behind the heart. It should be below the diaphragm. But large part of the stomach is in the thorax because of bad gastroesophageal junction. There are several types of parts of the stomach getting into this thorax or hiatus hernia. You see the stomach when it is normal, so those part of the esophagus, its mucosa is going to change suddenly to the gastric. So it's a sudden change of esophageal mucosa to gastric. And remember, suffer now and live the rest of your life as great doctor. We like being a great doctor, don't we? You should dream about being great doctor. And if you want smarter and work harder, you can do it. Thank you.